Hey guys, Jonah here. Welcome to Supermarket Sunday. I have been back at the supermarkets over here, well, local supermarkets to me, um, and back at M&S again. M&S have come up with some pretty good ones lately. And this is M&S Very Very Sour, 5.8% from Brick Brewery. And the other reason why I chose this one is because a local pub to me, the Ravensgate Arms, which is in Ramsgate, used to be called Ravensgate back in the day, but now Ramsgate. Um, they're doing a tap takeover in a couple of months' time, so I thought, yeah, I might as well get in. So this beer is crafted in collaboration with South London's Brick Brewery, modern sour jam-packed with seasonal hedgerow berries to create taste bud tingling and fruity beer. It's got lots of fruit, berry flavours of blackcurrant jam and blackberry coulis. The fruits are, whoops, raspberry, blackberries, and sloes. So don't know where the black currant's coming from, but never mind. We have got water barley, fruit puree, wheat malt. Got some oats in there. It's concentrated sloe juice. Um, that's weird. They've got oats and they've got malted oats. Okay, so bit of both. And lactobacillus is the inoculation of bacteria, the SCOBY, perhaps you'd call it, symbiotic relationship, um, which is what makes it sour, which is kind of cool. And look at the can; it's proper trippy, isn't it? Look at that, some sort of modern art sort of style, purple and berry colours, but then a bit of yellow. That could be a banana growing up the side there, and then sort of other weird red bits and bobs. So yeah, really cool. And for the guys I was hanging out with yesterday, it's got a black top. Got to be good, right? Get bonus points apparently for having a black top. Um, for those of you that weren't there, I was yeah, did a bit of a kind of meet up on a sort of chat, shall we say, um, podcast, some sort of cast anyway, with a couple of well, with local guy Craig who does Kent Bear reviews, Sammy from Australia, a couple of guys from America and Canada, which was kind of cool. Been ages. I used to do my own show like years ago, and yeah, Justin TV. And I'd totally forgotten. I was unaware that Justin TV became Twitch, which was kind of bizarre. Oh, that is proper bitter. Right, let's do something like this and put that on the front of this video as the thumbnail. Weird. So, don't know if you can see. Obviously, it's a sort of light. It's a puce, or sort of a light purple colour. Head, fast disappearing. Half a finger, maybe, if I was being, yeah, kind. Nice and fluffy. Quite small bubbles. There's a few bigger ones in there as well. But definitely carbonated head. And even on the nose, it has that kind of sourness. And sloes, because I've used sloes in to make my own kind of slow cider, slow sizer as well. Can make things really bitter just by themselves, but I know it's got lactobacillus in there as well, so it is sour on many different counts. Let us dive in. Cheers and beers, and yeah, it was really good to see some of the beer lovers last night, which was cool. Cheers, guys. Ooh, so it is quite sour, but quite carbonated too. And I've had this in the fridge overnight, so it's quite cold. Um, so up front, you get that carbon dioxide thing going on that messes with your taste buds, but it kind of opens them up some way, and then instantly zapped by the sourness there. Um, and it is a kind of fruity sourness. Uh, but yeah, I think because of the oats in there and possibly a bit of the wheat in there, I think it had a wheat malt, didn't it? Malted barley. No. Oh yeah, malted wheat. Yeah, wheat and oats. Cool. Two kind of oats. Kind of gives it that creaminess, which I guess is where the kind of jam roly poly or jam donut kind of thing comes in. But it's not a sweet. Maybe it is at the finish, but it starts off really sour. So it's sour donut, and then you get that creaminess late in, which gives it kind of a pastry-ish, pastry sour. I don't know if that's a thing. And there is a tide line in the lacing, which is always good. I always like to see that. See what we get from the second sip. Oh. Yeah, I think it's the Sloe. The other fruits are playing second fiddle. They are there, don't get me wrong, but it's the Sloes that are giving it that sourness in addition to the kind of sourness from the bacteria. But it's not super sour. It's not like a lambic or anything. It kind of tastes a little bit reminiscent of a kettle sour. But then it kind of, at the end, you just get these little wafts up in the taste of like some creaminess, and it is a bit doughy, like a jam donut or a jam roly poly, that kind of thing. But initially sour, so it's not super sour. Uh, and the fruits, the fruits, they kind of mix together a bit, but I kind of get what they're saying about the blackberry now. But I know in my head it isn't blackberry, it's sloes with raspberry, basically trying to form a kind of blackberry kind of thing, blackcurrant too, sort of. It's kind of a generic kind of red fruit going on, like a fruits of the forest kind of thing. Sometimes you get this, if you're in a restaurant or something and they put a coulis, a sort of reduction, a fruit reduction onto your plate, and you try it, and it's like, oh yeah, that's sort of this fruit, that fruit, the other fruit, but it's a mixture of all of them together. And because they reduced it so much, they kind of meld together. So it's not one or the other, it's a mix of everything. Oh, the other thing I should mention is this beer, when I picked it up, was on special offer. And that wasn't this week, it was last week. I think it was half price, or more or less half price. So 5.8% beer, which is kind of up near 6-ish, which is pretty good ABV. Anything over 5 is kind of happy from my point of view, but 6%, I'm very happy. I'm a very happy. Um, and on that one, I think it was £1.50, maybe £1.80, and it was up like £3.50, something like that. So it's more or less half price, which is good for me too. When you get a reasonably strong half price beer, what can you say to that? Absolutely fantastic. So we're coming up to the 10-minute mark. However, I've not got too much more to say about this beer. As I've said before, wow, bit gassy. This week from Wednesday onwards is going to be pretty hectic because I'm going to be doing the Weatherspoons Beer Festival, also meeting up with the camera people, um, going to Canterbury on Friday to another taste tasting of Dockers, who originally, I think they brew in Folkestone, but they sell their beers out of the Good Shed in Canterbury. So I'm going to be there. If you're up in Canterbury, from about 3 o'clock onwards, that's where I'm going to be, and then I'll probably head up to the Weatherspoons as well. There was some talk of going to the Foundry as well, which is another kind of pub, stroke brew pub, tap room, whatever you want to call it. So, and they do flights of beers too. So it's going to get a bit messy on Friday. But hey, if you're up for a bit of an adventure, especially if you're a camera member, get over to Canterbury on a Friday afternoon. There will be a lot of drinks being going on. Anyway, guys, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. This has been Uncle Jonah talking old toot on a supermarket Sunday. And you guys take care. Oh, fruity sour.